oftentimes, and that includes myself, we think of we have to do something to achieve this type of satisfaction. It can be in your relationship, it can be in your financial life, it could be in your sports life, in your health, in any aspect of life. But what is if I tell you, you feel it's already there? You think about all the things you already achieved. And what happens is you tap into your heart. There is your brain, and then there's your heart. Now, when you are in your brain, you are in survivor instinct. Okay, so you're trying to survive. You're literally running for your life. You want to provide, for your family. You want to eat. You need to do anything to just basically get through it. And when you are in your brain, you are in stress. And all of us go through it. Now, a Buddhist once said, pain is part of life, but suffering is a choice. So we consciously or unconsciously choose suffering. And it doesn't have to be that way. Now, when you're in your heart, you're in a creative space. If you're in the middle of kissing your lover, you don't think of problems. You feel your hormones. That's what you feel. You feel good. When you dance, when you celebrate someone's birthday, if you're on your heart, you're writing a song, you're singing a song, you're listening to a song, or watching a movie, there are, I suppose, emotions, feelings that are awakening. And you're just in that moment. And if you watch something very joyful, you feel as you're there. But if you think of a problem, if you watch a movie where there's a lot of suffering, a lot of pain, immediately the feeling changes. So let's say you are with your spouse and going through a divorce. Well, you're not gonna like it. You're fearing losing the most loved one that you ever had. You don't think of the good times. You're thinking of a fearful moment. You're in fear, fighting, not losing. You're fighting for something, not to lose. And that's usually a pretty difficult state to be in order to be creative, because you're separated from your heart. If you're with your heart, you're with your heart, and if you're head, you're with your head. And a lot of us, oftentimes, and I can't speak for everybody, I can speak only for myself. When I went through struggle in my relationships, or in any kind of relationships, including my work, I would be in the survivor mode, thinking of what I don't have, and I need to do this, I need to do that, etc. And when you do that, of course, you prohibit yourself to go further. And so at some point, you're going to exhaust yourself. You're running out of fuel. Your pressure goes up so high, your heart rate goes higher and higher. Eventually, you're coming to exhaustion. So what I want to share with you is that you don't have to go that route. If you enter a state of joy and love, if you're in your heart, when you're in your heart, you are in that creative space, and you can create that feeling that you want to feel. And let's say you're going through a relationship crisis, don't think of the person as the problem, because whenever you think of someone as a problem, you will distance yourself away. When you think of them as they are love, they are joy, you're going to go towards them more, or people come towards you, because you send out a certain frequency. And pretty much all of us been through that place of fear. All of us also been through that place of joy and love. So there's not enough time to cover everything in this podcast, but in generally, that's what I like to speak about, because when people, including myself, focus so much on the problem, we focus on one area that we're searching for, and it's like a searching dog inside of yourself. If you're looking for it, you will find it. If you want to look for a problem, you're definitely going to find it. But what is if I tell you, if you want to see love, if you want to see joy, if you want to experience not just a solution, but the life that you always dreamed of, if you want to experience that dream, you can do it like that, by switching, and It all starts being in the heart. So I know that we have the capability and capacity to do anything we want with our brain. The brain is very powerful, but the brain has a purpose, and so the heart. So in my podcast, in the many episodes that I had before and the ones that are coming up, I cover these conversations, these topics. And so it's crucially important to understand that you are in power. You are the source within. You are the universe. You can create your direction. So it doesn't have to be a problem. Again, you can try to fear and say, I'm going to try to manipulate a situation to do it my way. And you're going to fight and you're going to struggle, and it's going to be causing a lot of resistance. Or you go the other way and decide there is no problem. You create the feeling that you achieved everything that you wanted, and that you see love within you, see love with someone else, in someone else, that the world on the outside is no longer affecting you inside. Now also, that is easier said than done, because when you are in that panic mode and you are struggling for air, struggling for space, you're not able to create. And that's when oftentimes people ask for space, or it's when your soul is asking for space and you don't know how. But that's why I want to share this with you, because there is a way, and you do not have to struggle, and you do not have to beat yourself up just because you are frustrated, just because you're going through situations that are not easy or comfortable. If you go beyond the discomfort, you will see the light in the end of the tunnel. It's a cliche many of you probably heard, but it's really true. I am truly inspired by my girlfriend. Julia is the one who actually helped me to raise. I mean, I also made a choice, and we do have to make conscious decisions and choices. If there is some form of struggle and you have resistance and you're forced, then of course it's every action causes a counter reaction, a cause and an effect. And rather than looking at that as a problem, you can use this as an opportunity. It's an opportunity, a learning lesson. And Julia's the one woman, she really taught me that. I mean, she brought it out of me. It was already inside of me. So if I would get upset and angry and somebody squeezed me like a lemon, well, it only comes out when somebody else is angry. It is I, myself, deciding to create this emotion, this feeling. And you can go a different way about it. If you see love in someone and are willing to understand that there is a positive outcome, there is a reason why you're experiencing this, you'll immediately see something else other than negativity. You see actually a positive result. Focus on the outcome, what you want to achieve. Focus on who you are. Focus what you wish to be, what you deserve to be. So this was just a little bit of what I wanted to cover today, between the heart and the brain. So if you see love within you, you will see love in everybody else. And if you see wealth inside of you, you also create wealth on the outside. Now, you may not have money, you may not have resources, but you can be resourceful and create that money, create that relationship, create that life you want to live, that home inside, all right? Because the home outside is just a building, it's inside. And so I hope this helped you a little bit. You have the answer in you. You don't really need a guru. You don't really need anyone other than mastering listening to yourself, to your intuition, to your heart.